You do not need to force your glow up. You need to feel safe in it. Your body ultimately doesn't trust you. It's holding on to old stories and old narratives in order to keep it safe. This is shadow work. This is nervous system work. This is the deep foundation for your new identity, your new life. You need to start with this. Otherwise, you will be looping constantly. But before we get into the video, I want to say welcome back to my channel. My name is Katharina. I am a shadow guide. I work with astrology, shadow work, and embodiment practices like somatics to help you go from chaos to clarity, go from ego-led to soul-led. I am helping you shed a light on that and to heal from it and to really walk your path of alignment. If you're interested in any of my services, then all my links are below. I have just started the month for November in regards to my core wound reading, so everything is below for that. There are two sides of this message that I have. The one is forcing a glow up, and the second is feeling safe within it. So I'm going to talk about the forcing the glow up first, and then I'll get into the nervous system work and safety within that. This is a hard topic to talk about because what's the line between you working on yourself and pouring into yourself versus you forcing something in order to look a certain way or have a certain number in your bank account? It's like a fine line between them both, because often, especially in this masculine centered world, we look at one as lazy and one as like just working, grinding, getting it done. So when I say you don't need to force your glow up, it's not that you sit there and do nothing and life happens for you. It's that when you just know you're doing this to chase something, chase a body, chase a bank account, chase a man, whatever it may be, if you feel like what you're doing is for something else other than where you are right now, that is forcing a glow up. If you are sitting there and are like, I just know that I want to move my body in a different way, you know, it might be, I just really am like feeling this inner calling to go for runs, and I'm like, oh no, but I go to the gym, I weight train, that's what I do, but I'm just really feeling this, you know, every time a running video comes up, you're thinking, oh, that looks like fun. That's your inner knowing. That's your not forcing a glow up. The forcing the glow up part is going and doing weight training when you don't actually enjoy it, but you're like, I want to get to this body, and that's what it looks like to get to that body. You have to have ease within your plans. You have to have flow within your plans. So you have to really sit with yourself and understand what it is you want, not what it is that will make someone else find you attractive, not something that would make you have this like glamorous lifestyle, even though you could totally have that. But what is it that like your soul is calling for? I spoke about it when I launched my core wound reading online. I spoke about the fact that I was forcing businesses to work. There was no enjoyment in any part of it, but I was like, other people have done this, this is how you can make money, so this is how I'm going to do it. And eventually when I make money, then I'll think about like what brings me joy in my work, what is my path, but right now I just need to make money. I was totally going about it in a very masculine way, and there was no creativity within that, which is feminine. There was no flow within that. There was no listening to my inner knowing, listening to my intuition, listening to my sacral, because I'm a sacral authority. There was no excitement. It was just purely, I need to make that money, this is how I do it. And I was forcing it. I forced it for a very long time. I didn't listen to my inner knowing, and I became drained, exhausted, burnout. I've had about 12 years of autoimmune diseases alongside burnout. So I would get better and I would feel myself getting better, and I'd be like, okay, now's the time. So I force myself into a business, I'd create that business, or I'd force myself into work, and then I'd get burnout again and I'd fall back. It was the loop of actually not listening to my body and not listening to what actually brought me joy. Whereas now, I don't force this. I enjoy every part of what I do. I enjoy the diving deep into someone's psyche with them. I enjoy posting on YouTube consistently. I enjoy learning my craft more and more. And I'm making money. And I wasn't doing that before. And now there's no pushing, there's genuinely no forcing in what I do. I just let it flow. I feel the message, I speak about it, I create the content, I work with my clients. I have had consistency financially because of those things, and I never had that before. Even when I was doing the things that people would say would make you 10k a month, I was doing that for so long. And when I say so long, over 2 years. And I never got to that point. I never even got close to that point. I never even got a consistent income monthly. I hated every part of it, but I was forcing it because I wanted the glow up. I wanted to have the money to be able to afford the new skincare, to be able to afford the new clothes and have my visual glow up. But I needed my financial glow up first. But I just genuinely wasn't listening to my body and what it wanted to do. I was listening to what I think I should be doing. And that's what I say when I say forcing a glow up is you cannot force yourself and it be sustainable. You just can't. You'll either constantly be in a fight or flight mode, or you'll get burnout and fully crash. It's the feeling like I should be doing something and there's no joy within that. That's the part that's missing. That's the part that I was missing. And that's the part that I feel like a lot of people who are talking about glow up, winter arcs. I don't have social media, I don't have TikTok or Instagram, but I have Pinterest and YouTube. And I'm seeing it everywhere. I'm seeing this winter arc thing. I can't even imagine what it's like on TikTok, because a few years ago I remember the winter arc coming and it was just constantly all over my feed of what these people were doing. And it's fine for them. But if you feel like you're forcing yourself because you're trying to fix yourself, you're not giving yourself what you need right now. And what you need right now literally might be a walk in the park every day. What you need right now might literally be deep diving into shadow work every day because you just genuinely need to understand why you're looping. It's a pattern. And when you're finding yourself in this forcing yourself because you're trying to fix yourself, it's just sending a message like you're not happy right now, and you will be when you look like that. So the first thing is you really have to sit with yourself. You really have to understand, first of all, what is it about that life that you love? Is it literally the way it looks? Is there feeling there? Do you feel like you will feel content once you move out? Do you feel like you'll feel content once you look like that? Do you feel like you'll feel content once you can spend anything? That is the part that keeps you in that waiting loop that we spoke about a couple of weeks ago. It keeps you in this loop of feeling like you are not good enough now. And this transitions into the safety. You do not need another glow up plan. You need to feel safe in your body. And that will shift so much in your life. For a long time, I was thinking about nervous system work, and I was thinking about how can I speak about it in a way that makes sense. And the best way that I could visualize it for myself was my inner child within me, like my child self. Just picture her and I hug her, and I like picture her like literally in me. And that is the way that I'm able to kind of visualize nervous system work, because ultimately your nervous system is holding on to old narratives and old stories to keep them safe. So let's say you have a relationship with one of your parents that makes you feel on edge. You just can't really open up to them. You feel like you might be, like you feel like your body might get tense when you're around them. You just feel this energy where you're like, I don't really know what's going on, but I feel like they're really angering me, or I feel like really tense around them. That is not you, that's not your mind, that's your nervous system, that's your child self holding on to stories that they haven't healed from because of the past. This could be a parent that you struggle to grow up with. This could be something or someone that brought you a lot of pain or brought you a lot of anxiety, and your body doesn't know a newer version with them. Your body, your child self, only knows what happened to them, and they have attached themselves to this loop, which basically is like retracts. It's like you're going into a room, they're in there, oh, this person's not a safe space, this person's not safe for me. Basically, your body is tightening because it doesn't feel safe with that person, because it's holding on to old stories. Let's put this into money. If your child self, your teenage self, or your young adult self has been in loops of survival when it comes to money, and now let's say you're earning money, you're earning consistently, you might be earning a lot of money. It doesn't matter how much money you earn, it really doesn't. If your nervous system, if your inner child is holding on to stories that's happened throughout its life, maybe it's from childhood, maybe it's from parents struggling, maybe it's from adult self of you not earning consistently, your body holds on to those stories every time you have to go pay something. And it might be like you're sitting there and you're like, okay, well, I've got to pay my bills, like I know that I've got money for that, and then you go to pay them and you pause and you're like, oh. It's a nervous system. It's basically your child self still thinks it has no money, even though visually you have a lot of money. It's fine. Your child self, your inner child, your nervous system is holding on to stories, and we haven't given it new stories. We haven't given it the updated version. We haven't made it feel safe in expansion. So it's holding on to the old narratives. It's holding on to the stories that it doesn't feel safe with money, because it never felt safe with money because you never had money. But now you do. You haven't transitioned into that new story. You haven't transitioned into the updated, more healed, secure version of yourself. You're holding on to that anxious attachment when it comes to money. Now, let's say you don't have that money, but your body is still holding on to the anxiety around money. You will never get money. And this was the loop for me this year that I uncovered. And as soon as I started to do nervous system work, as soon as I started to do safety mapping, things started to relax. Money started to come to me. It wasn't, it like flows of money straight away, but it was like a little bit each month. And I was just thinking, oh my goodness, is this what has been the answer for my whole life? Is actually my nervous system, my inner child just doesn't feel safe with me to change. It doesn't feel safe with expansion because I have not made it feel safe. When it comes to your glow up, let's just say a physical glow up, if your body is holding on to stories that it is not worthy until it looks like that version of yourself that you picture, what happens is your nervous system sometimes might stop you from being consistent because it's new. It might stop you from fully trusting yourself to let go of the old stories. It might be that you do see changes, but then you attach yourself onto your physical so much that still your inner child, your new nervous system does not feel safe with you because you don't love it. Loving yourself is so much deeper than just liking what you look like in the mirror. It's feeling safe with you. And I think we, as a society, we're so go, 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 that we've missed that safety feeling. Everything happens for you when you feel safe. You know, you think about yourself when you're in a relationship with someone. You give your best version of yourself to them when they make you feel safe, when you feel safe with them. So your best version of yourself in your glow up is not from you forcing yourself to do more. It's actually working on your safety, working on feeling safe with who you are, with yourself, with the way you are. A lot of this is just nervous system recalibration, which is just consistency. You're not going to reset your nervous system after a month unless you have very, very little experience. But a lot of people, regardless of how young you might be, we all have those stories that we've held on to, whether from childhood or adulthood. Nervous system work is daily grounding, is feeling safe in this moment right now. When you get up in the morning, if you get up straight away and go to the gym, it's like your nervous system hasn't had time to like feel safe within that, especially if this is new for you, if it's new for your nervous system. You know, another way to help your nervous system is by like doing things daily to prove to you that you can do it. So that is going to the gym, that is being consistent in movement, that is being consistent in the way you make money. But the missing piece, and the piece that often makes us fail, is our body just doesn't feel safe in this moment to do that. So we end up sabotaging nervous system work. So box breathing, or breathing in for 4, breathing out for 6. As soon as you wake up, do that. A lot of it is grounding practices, whether that's meditation, breathing, EFT tapping. I love EFT tapping. I actually put it in a lot of my services, like a specific script type thing, because I genuinely, EFT is great. But what I've realized in my experiences this year, and I can again go from experience genuinely, is every sign for the past, I'm going to be really honest and say 10 years, has been saying, you need to heal your root chakra, you need to heal your nervous system. I never listened to it because it wasn't tangible things that I could see. I couldn't see the healing process of nervous system work. I couldn't see the healing process of aligning my root chakra. I couldn't see it, so I didn't do it. I did the stuff that was action orientated. We're going to stop. I was doing the things that were so masculine energy, and that is something that I felt like what was needed, not only, you know, from society. I grew up in the 90s. It was a masculine energy kind of world that we were taught. But then also, you know, I'm Capricorn rising. My natural default, my natural, like, what I think people want to see, or what I care that people see about me, is that I'm put together, that I'm a boss, that I've got this. But I can so lean into that toxic masculine energy, especially in my past, is like constantly feeling like I need to have a plan, and that plan needs to be active every single day. And this process, especially this year, I've just, I tell you so severely, if you have always struggled to earn money, if you have always struggled to lose weight, if that's what you want, if you have always struggled to, you know, eating habits, or anything that you feel like you've just always struggled to see it through to the other side, you've always struggled to show up and be within that, it is your nervous system. You need to heal your nervous system. Your nervous system needs recalibrating. There's so many things online that you can find. You do not have to work with me for this. You can do it yourself. But if you want something that's specifically targeted for you, I do have my core wound reading, and that does help you get to the first puzzle piece, which is why you do things specifically to your chart, like why you actually keep coming up with the same loop. And it's so interesting because no matter what signs you have anywhere within planets, no matter what aspects you have, they all correlate to one deep wound, and often, a lot of the time, it's to do with safety. You don't feel safe, XYZ. And we work on that, and I give you an EFT tapping and I help you with the embodiment process in order for you to be able to like literally be like, okay, we've got this first step, we know exactly what we're doing. And every time you go back to the old loop of like not speaking out, not showing up online, you're like, no, that's why. I know why, because I'm deeply scared of being seen. Okay, let's not do that. Let's actually be seen. And it's just a natural process. You kind of go through it yourself. You're thinking, if you knew the reason, for instance, that you struggle to lose weight, again, if that is what you want, if you realize the reason is because actually you feel like once you are the size that you want to be, or once you have the body that you want to be, that means that you might have a lot of people seeing you more, and that is why you're holding on to that weight. You kind of have this natural thing of like, no, I know why I have struggled to lose weight now. I know why. That's the reason why I wasn't working out consistently. That's the reason why I wasn't eating the food that I should be eating, whatever it is. Like, once you know that, you actually work on yourself so much more in a deeper, like ritualistic way, because you show up as your most authentic self, knowing all of this shit. So just to quickly like wrap up and like make sure that my rambling isn't getting confusing, the number one step is for you to reflect on why you want the results that you want from your glow up. And if it is because you don't feel good enough now, if it is because you feel like you need to look a certain way, or be in a certain career, or have a certain bank balance in order to feel accepted, in order to feel good about yourself, if any of that glow up is coming from fixing yourself, you need to work on your nervous system. You need to work on your nervous system feeling safe within where you are right now, feeling safe with the space that you take up right now, and gratitude within that, safety mapping, breathing, grounding rituals, putting your feet on the grass. Just like you need to consistently show up and work on your nervous system in order to be able to feel safe. And then you'll find your glow up will not come from force. You'll find your glow up will be naturally embodying what you want right now, rather than feeling like you need to do something that someone else does because you want to look like them or be like them. It won't come from you hating yourself right now. You won't get to where you want unless you do your nervous system work, and that is facts. That is me this year. If I didn't kind of work on my nervous system, I don't know if I'd be earning money consistently right now. I don't know if I would be in a place, and like a really fucking good place. Like I don't know if that would be possible if I didn't work on my nervous system. And then the other part of it is kind of looking at what season you are in right now. If you are in your internal winter, maybe it's actually not a good time to write a 60-day plan. Maybe it's a time to actually really do your shadow work, reflect on why you keep looping, reflect on the shit that has happened. And this could be so simple, well, not simple, but this could be so direct as, just a relationship, reflecting on that relationship and why it didn't work. It could be that you uncover you might be anxious or avoidant or both, and you need to work on those attachment styles, and you need to kind of work within yourself and figure out like how can you give that to yourself, how can you make yourself feel calm, how can you make yourself feel secure in yourself right now. I forgot to say that I'm actually opening up, so it's the 30th of October when I put this live, and I am it's All Hallows Eve, the next day tomorrow for you guys. My nan was always like I feel like she was a witch and I just didn't know it at that time. And I think about what she did. Like, she didn't let us celebrate Halloween. She wouldn't let us go trick or treating. She said this is a day to respect our ancestors and the dead and let them come and give them things, and offerings, and make sure that we've still got them in our hearts and minds. She would always bow to the moon. Like, it's just crazy to think about the fact that she used to do that and I never even clocked on, and now I'm kind of in that space too. So she definitely was a witch. But yeah, she didn't let us celebrate Halloween. She wanted us to be respectful. So if you are someone who celebrates Halloween or not, it doesn't matter, light a candle for your ancestors, give them an offering, something that makes them know that they can come, they can give you messages, they can help you. It's a really beautiful season and holiday to celebrate your ancestors. So I really recommend just lighting a candle, even if that's all you do. That's honouring them, which is really powerful. Anyway, because it is the end of October now, I'm opening up my core wound readings for November. I am only able to do 3 this month. I have people outside of my online space that need my work, so I will be doing 3 core wound readings. Those are my slots for this month, so I have all the information below if you're interested in that. The one thing that I would leave you with is in regards to money. Open your bank balance now, breathe, calm before, ground yourself before. So like take a few box breaths, do a little bit of like a meditation if you can, just sit there, and then once you feel calm, open up your bank balance, open up your bank account online, and just observe what your body does. Does your neck get tight? Does your chest get tight? Do you feel it in your belly? Like, notice where in your body what's happening. Just like notice, observe it. We're not here to judge you. We're not here to make yourself feel more stressed. Just calm yourself, ground yourself before you do that practice. Open up your bank account, observe what your body's doing, and that will tell you so quickly if you need to do nervous system recalibration. If your neck goes tight, if you struggle with your chest to breathe, your nervous system is holding on to old stories. Your inner child is holding on to old stories because money does not feel safe to them. We are here to fix that. We are here to fix the relationship that you have, not only with abundance, but with yourself. Once you realize so much to do with your reactions to stuff is your nervous system, it will make you want to work on your nervous system deeply, because you know that is the point of change. That is the first point of transformation. You cannot get to all the other stuff if you haven't worked on the foundation. If you do not water the earth, the grass will not grow. Thank you. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you in the next video.